That's weird, Zelda. It shows 0 watching, yet you already posted. Whatever. Yeah, maybe my list is a little off. Alright. No need to wait. I know there's somebody here. Alright, guys. Tonight, got ourselves our snake draft of Doctor Who Signature Series from Topps. Break is sponsored by Blowout Cards. I got my TARDIS up there. I know, you're jealous. Of course, not only place to stick this thing. Okay, I didn't even open the box they came in today. There we go, it just jumped up to 4. Man, that's 100 packs in there? It says 100. I know they're individual, there's only 1 card in each pack. Alright. Goody goodness. Now here's a question before I even start looking at some of these wrappers. Is there any chance of damage to any of these cards? I mean, like this one right here, I don't know how it, I mean, like the wrapper is all wrinkly. So because they're thin, oh crap, I'm sorry, I forgot to grab some soft sleeves. Okay, let's see, we got Zelda, Magic Yak, Adam. Let's see how we do. Now, I have not looked at the checklist on these, so you're gonna have to bear with me. Yeah, I mean this card looks fine. All right, so we got our first one is green, number 46 of 50, Mark Gaddis. Mark Gaddis is also in Game of Thrones. Oh. I don't know if the base are all of the numbered ones. Are all the different colors numbered? Like, is the base purple? So you got Katie Manning, Joe Grant. It's purple in color. I have the checklist up, but I didn't. Whoa! What the hell is that? No, it doesn't have any cardboard connection doesn't have the different parallels up. So I am a Doctor Who fan. I don't know how big of a fan those of you that are watching. Green, 38 of 50, Gareth David Lloyd. This must be, hold on, I keep going this way. Thank you. I grew up on Doctor Who when I was a kid. Let's see, Adam, you're from Pennsylvania, right? It says red, 4 of 10, Cheapo Chung. But the original series back in the 80s, when I was a kid, they used to play it on Ohio. Okay, I knew you were out somewhere, but anyway, the public television in Pennsylvania and New Jersey used to play Doctor Who, and I'm not sure how far behind they were. Ooh, James Corden. You know what? I forgot. I know what's screwing me up. I forgot to bring that down. So somewhere my mom has. I remember I wrote a fan letter when I was a kid, and I got an autograph back from John Pertwee, and hopefully it didn't get thrown away. It's somewhere. That would have been back, like I said, probably mid 80s, early 80s. Green, John Levine, 35 of 50. Unfortunately, well, you know what though? Actually, they just changed it. I don't know about where you are, but my wife was just telling me that they changed it to rain for us. Not like we haven't had enough rain. We're drowning over here. Hannah Gordon, 10 of 25, blue. Oops, sorry. I was reading the back. So, since we've got 8 people now and we've got at least 4 talking, how many of you used to watch the original series? Wow, these really are thin. I mean, I'm grabbing 2, 3 at a time, thinking I've got 1 pack. So anyway, I was going to ask is, have any of you watched the old show? Only the new stuff? So, you know, you're from 2005, 2006. When did it come out? Ben Wrighton. With the Christopher Eccleston. I will say that I really did like Eccleston when it came back. It's a shame that, you know, they had some issues with, you know, they couldn't agree, I guess. 30 of 50, Anthony Head, Mr. Finch. Yeah. This way a little bit more. Oh my God, this. And what do we all think? Oh, and then here's a purple. So the base of him, same guy. And what do we think of the new Doctor? I really don't think she's doing a bad job. I don't like the stories themselves. They're really extra morally preachy, in my opinion, more than usual. Oh, we got our first Doctor, Sylvester McCoy. Now, from what I was reading, there was one of the signatures in here apparently is really rare. Elizabeth Faust. This is 1 of 10. And I know somebody, when I was reading it, that David Tennant is pretty rare. He apparently only has the low numbered parallels. Yeah, because that McCoy was a base, right? Yeah, the McCoy's a base. It was, and you know, it's a shame too because there's a green Claire Rushbrook. I really didn't like The Last Doctor when he first started, but then he really grew on me, and I thought he did good. And then, yeah, it just got, like you said, it's. I don't understand why the show itself was changing so much. Hey, River Song, Alex Kingston. Here's another Mark Gaddis. I take it with 100 packs, we're going to be getting a bunch of doubles and triples. I know I was looking at the checklist. The checklist is pretty large. That's it for that. But whatever the one that Jimmy was, Madoka, I already pronounce it. Lee Ross, Jara X or something like that, is he kept saying that one a lot. Like I said, I think oh, why am I drawing a blank? Whatever the actress is. Oh, this one here. Adrian Scarborough as Collard Jex. I don't know, I think that was the name he kept saying. I don't know, unless he was just joking about it, that this is like really common, or I know there was two signers whose character name were almost identical. Chris Lou Cum Hoy. Oh, jeez. Okay, is that what it is? Like I said, I didn't know if it was a joke or not. Obviously, it was. Freema Agiaman. I don't know how to pronounce the name. Martha Jones, and it's a green. Yeah, I don't know how the odds go, but so we're however many packs we opened so far. So we've got I guess I really should have counted the packs to make sure there was 100 here, huh? You know what? Claire Rushbrook. You know what I'm going to do real quick, just for my own peace of mind. And these are so thin, I'm probably going to even miss them. Let's put these in groups. Oh, actually, let's do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, we opened up exactly 20 so far. How's that for luck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Yep, we're good. Probably should have done that before we started, but it's all good. Keely Hawes. Hey, Joe Dempsey. I didn't know he was in one of the Doctor Who episodes. Ingrid Oliver as Osgood. It's a green. So I'll just need some prompting so I know in case, like I said, I mean, I'm going to know if I pull, you know, a Clara or a Doctor, you know, somebody that I know is a good signer to get, or a Rose. Eve Miles as Gwen. This is a blue. I don't know if that's any kind of a crossover thing, but if I remember correctly, isn't Gwen, isn't she the one that she was the co-lead with John Barrowman for Torchwood? Oh, grab two. Jeffrey Palmer. I haven't seen Torchwood in so long, but I think that's her. Okay. Hey, Colin Baker. So we got Dr. 6 and Dr. 7 now. I'm going to guess that Tom Baker is in this. And I would also, I know he doesn't really sign too much, so I will have to guess that the Fifth Doctor, which was Peter Davison or Davison, I don't think he really signs too much, so I'm guessing he wouldn't be in this. And here's another Mark Gatiss. No. Oh, that's right. Didn't they do the one where at the end of the one, not Tenet, was it at the end of, God, why I'm killing myself with some of the names. Who was the last Doctor? They did that one special where Tom Baker was like the museum curator at the end. There's another Osgood. I always remember hearing that he's a tough signature to get. They must have saved all the Tom Baker stickers for Star Wars stuff. Oh, 1 of 10. Billy Piper. Donna Noble, that's the redheaded companion, right? I can't remember her character name. Michael Brandon. Some green. You know what I'm going to do before I get too far into this? And I'm going to just, as you guys post if you hear some of these ones that might be harder to get. But obviously Billy Piper, Colin Baker, that's a blue. I don't know if Joe Dempsey's anything big or not. Just I'm taking him out because of Game of Thrones. There's Martha. There's River Song. Take that because it's red. There's Sylvester McCoy. And I'm taking out. Alright. Some of these might not actually be anything special. I just was taking out the tougher parallels, the doctors, the main companions, and then anybody, if I know who they are, even though they're not a big character, then I would assume that they're a bigger name because of something else. Sonita Henry. That way, because I'm not going to recap 100 autographs at the end, but I can make 2 separate piles, and I'll recap the better pile. Terry Malloy, blue. You know what? I have, and I don't think I'm going to be able to easily find it, but somewhere I have a list of doctors, companions, and main villains by actor. Because Davros, there was 2 different actors, just like there's, well, when they switched and had Missy, but there's, a half a dozen actors now that played the Master. Russell Tovey. So I couldn't tell you if that Davros is one of the, from the original series or from the new series. I don't know how some of these cards do not get damaged. These wrappers are just... Ridiculous how messed up they are. I still can't get the card out on this one. Unbelievable. Sean Dingwall. Alright, so while we're doing this here, and we've got 10 people that are watching, so I expect everybody to comment here. We're going to start with those of you that watch the reboot, so from the last 12 years. Oh, here's the other one. Collar Jacks, or however you pronounce it. Is that like, do you guys, in the Star Wars Galaxy thread, did you see that somebody had posted there was an R2-D2 Chris Meeks die cut sketch that the crimper cut right in half? Oh, it's a shame. It was a beautiful sketch. Tommy Knight. Alright, well anyway, got two little giveaways. First one, for those of you that like the reboot, if you are interested, if you've ever seen I have a thread, I haven't updated it in forever because nobody on the boards has any, but I collected a set. It was called Battles in Time. Here's another Mark Gaddis. Now we got a blue. That's a different character at least. So it was a set put out. It was a UK only release. It's a card game, kind of like how Topps made the Attacks cards. They were super cheap to buy over there. You know, and a lot of them you could get packs for free if you bought the Doctor Who magazine. So, and they stopped making that set. I don't think they never made it to Matt Smith. I think it was just come on, can't get this one out. There we go. I guess it doesn't really matter. So if you would like a couple of cards just to have something different, because most people don't have them in the United States, send me a PM and I will throw a couple in with whatever cards you get if you want them, just to have them. There's another Osgood. This will be pack 40. Oh, boy, you guys aren't kidding. That's like the fifth one now. Now the second one, this one's going to be a little bit more specific, and I want to try and make a game out of this if we can. And here's another, this Alphonse guy. But real quick on the Battles and Times, the set itself, they it's a huge set. They put it out in different releases. They gave them all different names, like Exterminator and I forget what they were all called. But there's something like 1,200 cards in the whole set that they had put out over 5 or 6 releases. I think I need like 100 cards to finish the whole set. So, you know, one of these days I'll get to it. I have a couple people. There's another one of this girl. So anyway, that's that. Now, I need people that were fans of the original series. If there's anybody. On Mr. Finch in blue. But I have a small collection of through the mail autographed postcards. And they are specifically only Doctors and Companions. And I don't think I did anybody from the reboot. Jamie Reed Quarrel. So you can see right off here on the side, this pile of envelopes, that is all of them. And some of them, the actor or actress was nice enough to sign a couple. Because what I did is I would send, oh, look at that, Peter Davison. All right, we got Doctors 5, 6, and 7. So what I would do is I would, send a little handwritten letter and include a returned, postage paid envelope and a couple of index cards. Nicholas Briggs as a Dalek. I don't know how rare Nicholas Briggs is. Hey, you got a green Rory, 26 of 50. It doesn't want to focus. Are you kidding me? There it goes. So if you guys are interested in playing a little game, we can go through this, go through these envelopes when we're done opening these packs, and see if you guys are familiar with the old stuff. We can give them away. Oh, we got our second Sylvester McCoy. Now these cards, they don't feel any much thicker than a standard card, so I take it these will fit in regular top loaders. And I thought somebody had told me that they were a little bit thicker. And Noel Clark, red, 5 of 5. Is this our decent run that we were looking for? It's 2 Doctors and 2 Companions in a row. Derek Jacobi is the master. Definitely seem to be on a decent run here. So besides the Tenant, like what is the Terry Malloy, another Davros. Yeah, the thing about the original series is that they're so cheesy. I mean, but that you knew that going in. I mean, like I said, when I started watching, it was John Pertwee, then Tom Baker, and then they started replaying them. A lot of the originals, the black and whites, because John Pertwee started in black and white and then switched to to color. Georgia Moffat is Jenny. I never bothered to look this up. I'm going to have to assume that Georgia Moffat is related to the Moffat that was the writer for the show. Writer, wasn't he? Eve Miles as Gwen. It's a green. She's the doctor's daughter in the show, and then she's the whatever he was, writer, producer in the in real life. Oh, really? So why is her last name Moffat? That's it, Stephen Moffat. Francis Barber. Samuel Anderson. I mean, he had a pretty decent role for a while on here. I don't know how he fits into the value. Jamie Reed Quarrel. It's a red, 5 of 5, and the card is damaged. I'll see if I can get it to show up on. Let me get this to focus. And then there you go, right there in the middle of the ring. That is a dent in the card. And then there's another one, goes right off to the edge. Oh, there you go. That shows really good there. I don't think it's going to show up on a. I don't know if it's going to show on a scan. Figure is a 5 of 5, and it's got damage to it. Hannah Gordon. Well, I don't know if there's any reason why. They should really replay the old episodes. I think it'd be fun to do. Especially considering they seem to go like 2 years in between seasons. Here's another James Corden. Alright, so that's 2 of him. Yeah, the Orville, that doesn't come out till what, the end of February? Here's another Derek Jacobi, different character. Andrew Brook in a green. wonder how rare the Seth MacFarlane's going to be. Here's another Colin Baker. So that's 2 of him, 2 McCoy, 1 Davison. I think I remember seeing somebody, McGann's in this, right? Even though he should not be counted as a doctor. Oh, that's just me. Here is 50 of 50, a green Rory. This is Rory when he's in his armor from when he was a Roman soldier. Well, I could actually see that with McFarlane. If, like, how popular do you think the Orville is collector-wise? Jeffrey Palmer, blue. So, like, do you think that Rittenhouse is going to be making 350 cases, you know, similar to the run that they did for Twin Peaks? Or are they going to go a little bit more, figuring that McFarlane himself is going to draw a lot? Here's this Adrian Scarborough guy. Because that'd be the only thing, is how many cases did they make? If they only end up making 300 cases, 350 cases, I could actually see Ben Wrighton is a red, 1 of 5. Okay, there we go. Then I could actually see him being more along the lines of a Kyle MacLachlan autograph, where he might be, instead of 1 in every 10 cases, I would say be more like 1 in every 3 cases. Like, I could see him signing 50, 60 autographs. But I don't think he'd be in the archive box. Nev McIntosh, green. That last break of Twin Peaks, is, speaking of which, that's just finishing up now. I'll probably butcher his name. Here's another Rory, and this one's got a little dent in it too. Look, is just below his left shoulder. I'll see if I can get it to shine on it once it focuses. There we go. All right, then let's this way. There it is, right there in the light, in the middle of the circle. There's a little tiny dent in it. The autograph, the one scarce that we got, I'm sure I'm going to pronounce it wrong, Michael Ontkeen. I did not realize how rare that autograph is. When somebody mentioned about it, got ourselves our second Billy Piper. That I had only seen 2 for sale on eBay, or that had sold, and have yet to see, and I don't think there was any actually listed. So that autograph might actually be more rare than the Lynch. Nicholas Briggs, blue. Let's go. Here's another Rory. Yeah, I'm waiting for a Blowout to get back in touch with me with see if they have any incentives that they're willing to throw in. Hannah Gordon Green. But I really think that this one will be the last break, which will be case 8. Tommy Knight is another red, 1 of 5. That's why I was asking in my break thread. I'll not to make it. It's not going to be part of the break, but if anybody wants one of the binders, I'll. Here's Alphonse. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to bother. I can just add it into the order, and then I think they're $20. There's another Ida. You know what? Early on in the chat, somebody had mentioned something about Donna Noble. Is she in this? Sean Dingwall. I think that's her second one of him. Here's another Rory. Well, he signed a lot. Alright, so we've got approximately 23, 24 packs left. See if we can pull Clara and David Tennant. Here's Joe Dempsey in a green. Oh, nice. A blue, Nick Frost. I didn't know he was in this. This is that Adrian guy. I just saw something about Nick. What did I just see? Oh, you know what it was? I was me and my son over the weekend. We saw Aquaman, and there was a 31 of 50. There was a sign for some movie that he's in that's coming up. I'd never even seen a commercial for it. I don't remember what it was called. Another Alphonse. Here's another Billy Piper. She up to anything lately? I know after she left, she did that show on HBO where she was a prostitute, and I haven't seen, at least not in the United States, I haven't heard of her since. There's a green Nicholas Briggs. No, I never watched it. There's another James Corden. It is shocking. Like some of these, I just wouldn't expect to pull many James Corden autographs. And then here's a blue James Corden. That's 4 or 5 Cordens. Sylvester McCoy. So that's number 3 of him. There's a blue of Martha. Here's our second River Song. There's a green Mark Gaddis. Here's our last 10. So everybody cross your fingers. John Levine. I just like that he's one of the originals. He's got to be old as anything. I feel like he might have first appeared when it was oh God. The second Doctor was, I can't think of his name. Michelle Gomez. Oh, it's Missy. I didn't know what her real name was. Yep, Paul McGann. Alright, it's 5, 6, 7, and 8. No, 5. Yeah, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So, except for Tennant, that's all the Doctors. Strawn Roger. He's from Game of Thrones also. Here is an orange John Levine, 4 of 10. Whoever, Michael Brandon. Our chances are dwindling. Here is a green Billy Piper. On the show, her mom's name was Jackie, I think. Did she sign for this? There's another Davros. Alright, the final two. Oh, Paul McGann. Alright, so there's multiples now of Doctor 6, 7, and 8. The last pack, it is extra wrinkly. Just don't be Adrian Scarborough. Orange Billy Piper. Okay, that is all of the packs. I've got 2 stacks here. My thoughts changed on some of them now, what I thought was good versus, common. But I'm going to run through this stack here. It's roughly half of the cards. So there's an orange Billy Piper. Here's a regular Paul McGann. That was a regular Davros. I'm taking him off. A green Billy Piper. Here's an orange John Levine. Regular Paul McGann. A green Michelle Gomez. Here's a John Levine. Regular River Song. Got a blue Martha Jones. Here's a regular Sylvester McCoy. A blue James Corden. Regular James Corden. Now I'm getting them all mixed up. A regular Billy Piper. A blue Nick Frost. Here's a green of Joe Dempsey. I only pulled them out because of Game of Thrones. Regular Arthur Darville. Here's a red of Luke Smith, numbered out of 5. I don't know. We pulled 1 or 2 others of him. I just noticed now there's a big smiley face and a star on the signature. I'm not sure if they all have the same way, and I don't know if he's anybody. Here's another Arthur Darville. Yeah. So that's just a. What are you doing? Oh my God! Please go upstairs.
Blake, you gotta take a shower.
Excuse me 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm recording.
Sorry.
A regular Billy Piper. A regular Arthur Darville. Here's a red of Ben. Was it Wrighton? Yeah, Ben Wrighton, numbered 1 of 5. Green Arthur Darville. Okay, here's Colin Baker, Derek Jacobi, James Corden. Here's a red 5 of 5 of Jamie Reed Quarrel. This is one that has the 2 big dents in it. Green Danny Pink. Here's Jenny. I'm putting Davros and the dialects back over there. Derek Jacobi. Here's a red of Mickey. A regular Sylvester McCoy. Here's a green of Rory. Dialect. Here's a regular Pete Davison. I was pulling these out because they're blues, but none of them are anything. Here's a regular of Katie Manning. An orange of Chantho. I only took it out because it was an orange. Here's another James Corden. That's John Levine. Then I took that out because it was blue. Sylvester McCoy. Here's an orange of Elizabeth Frost. I think that one was 1 of 10. Yeah, 1 of 10. Here's a regular of Alex Kingston. Green Martha. Here's another Joe Dempsey. Blue of Eve Miles. Here's a regular of Colin Baker. And then we have ourselves 1 of 10 orange of Billy Piper. So that is what I think are the good hits. If there's a rare common signer, I wouldn't know. You know, I didn't go through them all. So that's all the packs. Now, if you guys are interested, there's 13 people watching right now. Okay? Got a small stack of envelopes here. Some of these I actually have extras of. There might even be somebody that's in the reboot. I'm going to run through these real quick and see if anybody's interested. I'll throw them up as a random if I've got some extras. And we'll see. And if they're from the original series, I won't bother. Let's see here. Yeah, that one I actually bought. That was Nicholas Courtney, which was Nicholas Courtney was, I believe, Lethbridge Stewart. He has passed away a while ago. I know I've got extras. I gotta find them. I didn't think I had so much junk to go through. Let's see. Well, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll run through them all real quick. And this one, these are actually, I traded postage so that I could do the return address, the return postage paid envelopes. Let's see. Christine Cutt, Will, and Derek Martin. I'm not sure who they are. I'd have to look up their names to see what characters they played. But I'm sure that they were probably from the old. Try to find ones that are worth showing. Oh, I bought this one off of eBay. Who did we get here? Oh yeah, I like this one because of the inscription. Now Tom Baker had a book, and I believe that was the title. But who on earth was Tom Baker? I thought that was pretty cool. No, that's not one. Deborah Watling. Gotta find my extras in here so I can... It's one of these things, I start collections and I never finish. I'm so lazy when it comes to this stuff. And so, and again, I don't have my list with me, so I know who. This is Maureen O'Brien. You know, again, this is definitely, these are old. So she actually gave me a couple. So I have an extra of her. I'll have to look up and see who. I guess we don't need to worry about, but check this out. It's Colin Baker. Now he personalized it to me. So, and then he even did to the Fisher family. And then he had his own card here that he also said to Ian and family. How's it going, Powder? I'm just showing off some autographs that I have of mostly older Doctor Who. So, unless anybody else in the break has a name is named Ian. William Russell. William Russell was one of the early companions. Yeah, wow, this one, he even said, personalized it. And then, so I even have an autograph photo. I'll put that one off to the side. Are you a fan of the originals, Powder? Or are you strictly in the reboots? Let's see. Oh, here's a nice one. Let's see if she gave me any extras. It's really nice. I tell you what, you write some of these people a nice letter, and they really go all out. I only got one. There's Carol Ann Ford. I want to wait. I want to get to the one in particular that I liked. I'm trying waiting for it. Let's see. Do we get any extras here? This one here, I had written to when I wrote the letter. I had mentioned that I started showing some of the old shows. This is Louise Jameson. She was the Jungle Girl. Oh God, but she made one out to me, and then she made one out to my son. Yeah, well, that's just it. You can't find the old stuff anymore. A few months ago on BBC, they actually played one of the old ones where half of the show was lost. All they had was audio, so they did a cartoon of the missing part. It was a Tom Baker episode. Yeah, this one the picture got a little messed up in the thing, but again, she gave me a picture that she inscribed. This is Caroline John. She was Liz back in, this was the second Doctor, I believe. And then, again, this is what I like. Then she inscribed to me and to Jake. Leela, thank you. Whew. Looks like this one I bought. Yeah. This one here, that's actually Noel Clark. It's been a few years. Matter of fact, hold on, look at the postage. Oh hell, I can't. Is that 2012 maybe? It looks like it's 2012, so 6-7 years ago. Yeah, there's one or two in here where the actors have passed that I have. But it was really specific that I wanted to get them on postcard or index cards because I want to get them framed eventually, and I have I have photos of the Doctors and their companions that would go good with these. Another old Peter Purvis. Let's see, do I have... Alright, so he did not sign the index cards. He just gave me an autographed picture back. Where? Yeah, here's another old timer. Fraser Hines. I believe his character's name was Jamie. This is definitely the second Doctor that he was a companion of. Now this, I'm hoping this is real. Because I always heard that he was not one to respond. But there's Christopher Eccleston. I never took the time to really to check. I just kind of just hope that it's real. So. Here's Bonnie Langford. She was a companion for, I don't know if it was just Colin Baker or if it was Colin Baker and Sylvester McCoy. But again, she personalized them. Actually, you know what? No, she signed my index cards too. Tell you what, well, if you guys are interested, like I said, I'll throw them up there and I'll random them off. If you don't want them, just let me know. No big deal to me either way. I just thought it was kind of neat. This one I actually bought. That's Bernard Cribbins. Let's see if he got. He gave me a card. Let's see. Did he sign? He signed who he was. Here's John Leeson. He was the voice of K9. Yes, Ian. Tail wags from your friend, K9. So he did that same one for me, one for Jake. Like I said, I tried to get my son to watch some of these old ones, but he wasn't much on it. So I tell you what we'll do. We'll put a K9 out there. Spread the love to the other some Doctor Who fans, right? I bought this one, Terry Malloy. Here's wrong way. She included a picture also. Since we pulled one of her, here's Katie Manning. Let's see if she... That is a nice signature, I gotta tell you. Now, do we got... So here's one of the signed index cards. Because I think she... Yeah, she wrote my name on the picture. Here's the one. I'm saving this one for last just because it's funny. Here's Derek Jacobi. I think I traded for this one because it's not one of my return labels. And then, oh, what's this one? Oh, Hamish Wilson. So, if I remember correctly, again, the second Doctor, Jamie was the companion. They changed actors, and I think this was the other one of him. Like I said, it's unfortunately for me, it's been so long since I looked at these. But all right, last one. This is Mark Strickson. You guys, again, if you know from the old ones, he was a companion to Peter Davison. So he sent back the letter I wrote him, and he actually wrote on it. Thanks for the kind words. Sorry for dreadful writing. Right hand is currently broken. He signed it with his left hand. So with the Fifth Doctor, Peter Davison, this is Turlough. He was an alien who was actually staying, like he was like kind of hiding at a boarding school. And he was getting, I feel like he was under control from the Master, if I remember correctly. But I just really like that he wrote back to me, actually apologizing that he's sending me back autographs because because he broke his hand. And again, these are personalized, so they're not going to do anybody any good. All right, so I put a couple aside. Yeah. Nah, none of these. I will never resell these. This was just something I was doing. I thought it was fun when I had a lot more time 6-7 years ago, before I started doing all these group breaks with you guys. Okay, so we've got a couple of extras. Put them off to the side here. And if you're interested, I will, shoot me a PM. I'll random them off. It'd be a little extra bonus for you guys. Same thing again. If you are interested in some of the Battles in Time cards, the ones they were made out in the UK, it was an old card game, and it's only for the rebooted cards. I mean, series. They didn't make any for the old series. Yeah, these are personalized. Again, shoot me a PM. I'll throw a couple in with your cards when the break is done and I mail them out. All right. Thanks for looking through this junk with me. And I'll get scanning these things now. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next break.